Okay, y'all. There is an update about the GPS and the boat and all of that stuff. The call in for emergency and all that stuff is coming in right now. Lots of stuff is coming in. And some people is missing the point. I'm going to just say this, y'all. I got a feeling I know why. I know why people did certain things that they did. And we're going to talk about it, okay, y'all? Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To my day ones, twos, threes, and fours, thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not. And the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, y'all, this stuff is heating up. And I'm going to tell y'all this. I know y'all feeling the same way I'm feeling, because I'm feeling right now that I'm in the middle of the twilight zone, y'all. For real, for real. This is what it feels like. You're in the middle of the twilight zone and you can't get out of it right now. You just can't. You got one side saying this, one side saying that. And none of it makes sense, but at the same time, it all comes together. If you sit back and really think about what's being said, what's being done, it all makes sense now. They're telling without telling. Okay, y'all? And people is missing the point. They're missing the point. The friends are coming forth, you know, some of the friends, and they're contradicting, just like I said. The friends are contradicting what the lawyer is coming out saying. The lawyer come out and say, you know, that is Nolan trying to ask for his phone. The friend come out and say in the middle, basically he's saying that can't be Nolan. Okay? They were this far distance off. The sound is too close. It's no way in the world that's Nolan. This is what this guy basically came out and said, y'all. Okay? To the left, and this kid right here, and I think he's Tristan. The one in the middle is Javon, y'all. And he basically said that is not Nolan on that tape, with the argument going on right there. He said no. Okay? Now this kid right here, which is supposed to be his friend too, matter of fact, he said he is Nolan's best friend. He didn't just say friend, he said best friend. Tristan. And he came out and said, that was me arguing on the boat. That's what he said, y'all. That was him that got into that altercation or whatever, that argument that was taking place, and everybody was looking over there. He just came out and said it was him. A lot of people are saying these kids are getting paid off. They scared, blah, 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 blah. But what if they're telling the truth? Stay with me now, y'all. What if they telling the truth about that part? See, you're going to always get a little truth with some lies in there. You got to just, you know, pay attention to everything. Okay? Is it a fact that, word on the street is, Tristan got kicked off the island? Is that a fact? He was taken away on a boat. Now, ask yourself this question. Who took him away on the boat? Because word on the street is he left with them. With the rest of them that so-called Nolan came there with. Now, you mean to tell me that Tristan rode on another boat with somebody else, but he ended up riding on a boat back with these three guys, and Nolan ended up staying back? So ask yourself this question, y'all. Did they tell Nolan they'll be back? Ask yourself this question. Did they say, we gonna be back? That's why they left with his phone. They told him they're gonna come back. And he had more time to talk to this female that he met through Javon. Basically, he just had met this female. And Javon knows her. So was that, you got to ask yourself this question. Was all of this a part of the play? Now, hear me out for a second. Okay? Don't get mad, okay? Javon got so wasted out there that people were saying that he was acting hostile, right, y'all? Ain't this what they saying? They said he was also kicked off the island and he had to leave. Right? Word on the street is these other 3 white boys left too. Were they the ones that took him away? That's my question. Were they the ones who took him away? And did they stop? Work with me now, y'all. Did they stop in that area where they made that phone call? You know, the emergency phone call. Did they stop in that area and make a call saying that they were having problems with their boat? One thing that makes no sense, why would you go out on a boat in the first place that you're having problems with? That is got any kind of inclination of it's sinking. Why in the world did it start sinking when they got out there? Was this a part of their alibi? Ask yourself this question. The white boys is seen leaving. Right? Right, y'all? Because Javon, he said he helped, Tristan leave. He helped get him up out of there. Word on the street. Was this a part of the play? Go to this side of the island, say we having boat trouble, whatever. They had to come get them and haul the boat off somewhere. Right? That gives all of these guys an alibi that they wasn't there. Y'all feeling me now? Was that done purposely? Because we all know that they came back. Oh yeah. Tristan said he came back later on to the island. So did he come back to the island with these white boys right here? Ask yourself this question, y'all. All of these guys should have been picked up by now for questioning. Each and every last one of them. They should be picked up. The mother got a break today from all over the internet doing, interviews and on TV and all of that. And she's still in front of the camera enjoying her 15 minutes of fame, talking to her fans that she didn't give a name to. Boo Bear. Hey, my Boo Bears. She tried her best to squeeze a tear out, but it still never came out, y'all. I ain't lying, and I'm not picking. This don't make no sense. She has smaller children that needs her right now. She sit up there and say, I work in the medical field, and I deal with people that go through losses. And your own kids can't get your attention for the least little bit. She did a live today, y'all. And it was somebody in the background making a lot of noise. Like they tired of her on social media. People in the house act like they sick of her on social media. Because they were making a lot of noise outside their bathroom. Looked like a bathroom door. And she went on and got off. Somebody close to her said she loves the fame. And I'm going to ask y'all a question, y'all. Because I'm about to get back to these guys. I got to get back in their tail too. But I got to ask y'all a question. And y'all just let me know yes or no in the comment section. Do you know anybody? Anybody. Friend, associate, family, whatever, somebody at work, that they would give up somebody as a sacrifice to the fight for fame and fortune? Answer me in the comment section. Do you know anybody that would? Because we be seeing people on there all the time saying that they act like they be joking, but are they really joking? Okay? And I'm going to leave this right where it's at. Okay, y'all? The friends is contradicting everything that the lawyers are saying. Make that make sense. This is why I was telling y'all it's a tug of war with this case. One person tells you this, one person tells you that. The friends is saying, oh, we his best friend. He ain't say I'm his friend. He said I'm his best friend. The mama jumps on the news report and say, I don't know them. I ain't never seen these kids in my life. Y'all, what type of shitica is this? Now, a lot of people is jumping on social media. A lot of bloggers is saying these kids is all out lying. They said that they're his best friends, and the mother is saying they aren't. But ask yourself this question. Do she seem like the type of mother that's socializing and trying to get to know her kids' friends? She don't. She seems like she's all into her own self. So just because he said that he's his best friend, does that mean that he's lying about that? See, I want to call some stuff out because she got other kids in the house right now that in need of her attention. And the only thing that she can do is stay in front of a camera. She's enjoying every minute of it. At first I thought, well, maybe they're pushing her to do these reports and stuff like that to stay in everybody's face, to keep people, your foot on people's neck. But the internet is doing that already. She doesn't have to be 24/7 in front of a camera. If she ain't on the news, she's, Good Morning America. She's all over the place doing interviews, all kind of stuff. You would think that, oh, she got a break today. Okay, she's going to see to the other kids, but she's not. She's not. And that's sad and that's crazy that people are ignoring that. And some people is making excuses. Oh, she's just staying in front, busy so that she won't be sad. How she think his sisters and brothers feel right now? She's their mother. She's supposed to be there right now, supporting them. She's not doing that. She's all over social media. This is her. She can't stay away from the cameras whatsoever. She says that, she wants to throw a party. She wants it to just be friends and family. But at the same time, you invite the media. We have to talk about it because we have to see it at every angle. A lot of stuff is not making sense right now, y'all. What the friends are saying, what the parents are saying is something totally different. Totally different, y'all. And one thing's for surely sure. These friends, y'all, they should have been picked up and questioned. All of them. Everybody that's coming forth saying, oh, I was with him last. Oh, the female that he was with, that was his first time meeting her. And all of this. At the same time, he's explaining all of that stuff. He's explaining that he left the island. When that call went in and they said, we having boat trouble. Is everybody okay? Yes, everybody's okay. You know why they said everybody's okay? It's because, to me, they had, the hostile one, Tristan, on there. They had everybody on there. Everybody saying was Nolan on there? No, Nolan stayed back. And I think that this is what they're doing right now. And I think this is what's confusing. And I think this is why this girl done lawyered up. And, Thought is coming up. And Satan's daughter, all that stuff is coming up. And this goes on in the hood. You got set up chicks. And if you think you got set up chicks in the hood, you think you ain't got no set up chicks that in the suburbs. The really pretty ones and stuff. You think they don't use them for stuff like that. I bet you while she was talking to him for the first time, she was laying it on him and making him think that she was really into him. Which is why he stayed. And I think that they're saying that he stayed for the female. But I think he stayed the first time when they first left and act like they was coming back. He didn't know that they were going to say that they had boat trouble. When they got out of his sight and went somewhere on the other side of the, where all the action takes place at, on the northwest end, y'all. Where all the action takes place at, this is where they stopped and made that call at. It seems to me that was a part of an alibi. And I feel in my heart of hearts that Tristan, I ain't saying that he did it, or I feel like he know who did it if he didn't do it. I feel like he is a major player when it comes to this. My personal opinion. Okay, y'all? From what I'm listening to and everything else. A lot of this stuff is crazy. Pictures is popping up. And I don't know why. I felt when the mama said she didn't know them and they said that they best friends, I felt in my heart of hearts that they're going to prove her wrong by posting up a whole bunch of pictures of them hanging with Nolan. All over the place. Different places. This and that and this. And it made me think about Carmelo's case when the friend got up there and said he didn't know him and the parents put the pictures out. This time it's vice versa. The kids is probably going to put the pictures out and say, he is our best friend. And going to have the mama looking stupid. Y'all, when I tell y'all, something is weird about this, something's weird about this. And it's going to get darker and it's going to get darker and darker. I got a feeling about that. Because a lot of pictures that's coming up, they got on crosses or X's or whatever, pictures with Nolan. And that's kind of creepy. Because he got on his little cross with him. Yeah. There's another picture coming up, and they got an X on the t-shirt, y'all. And Nolan's on that picture, too. So, it's a lot of, and get this, y'all. One of the females has on black and white, and then the other female has on red and black, and then one of the female has look like an all-seeing eye on her hand. This is what it looked like to me. Okay, y'all? Y'all, was this the alibi? Saying that they, stopped over here to this side, or we having problems with the boat, blah, 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 blah. Because the GPS now is saying that, this is the area that they was in, the northwest tip area, y'all, of the island. And this is where the call came in because they pulled the GPS. Okay? I do believe that this was the alibi. That we left the island. Not knowing that, I'm just saying, Tristan wasn't going to get on social media and say, I came back. And if he came back, did the other three guys come back too? Did they come back together? And did they come back in another boat? Y'all. Was that the purpose of switching boats? So it can look like they left the island. But they actually came back. Because that's what Tristan said. He said they came back later on. Now, if you got kicked off the island, what the heck you going back for? Is it because you went back? Because all of the older people that was there early in the day that was kicking it and then going to go home later and watch fireworks shows and this and that and this. Okay? Because they don't let you do fireworks on that island. This is a busy night, the 4th of July. Everybody got their plans and this and that, what they doing and all of that stuff. But apparently, Nolan friends had other plans for something else to go on that night. Because they came back. Came back. Now, is they going to say that they came back to get Nolan? Ask yourself this question. The GPS signal is saying that they were at northwest tip right here of the island. Okay, y'all? The word on the street, that's where Nolan's body was found, at the same tip. Which tells me that this is the action area down here, y'all. This is where all the, you can get away from with some stuff at. And they overthought themselves by going to the same spot, calling the people, saying, oh, this is an alibi that we left. But in all actuality, this is where probably the action takes place right here. Their boat was hauled off. They wanted to make sure that when this news hit the news, that boat was hauled off. They wasn't there. The guy that got into the actual argument, he was taken off of there. So it was calm. But ease it out there that, well, yeah, we came back though. If you came back to get Nolan, why didn't you get him? The boat that was having problems, that boat was hauled off. You were on another boat and you came back. If you didn't come to get him, what did you come there for? If you left him there with the girl, was that for I'm just saying. Y'all can get your alibi together? Because that's what it feels like to me. Okay, y'all? Something ain't right about this. I put West Tip in Gematria, and Skull and Bones came out right here, y'all. Skull and Bones. Not only Skull and Bones came out, but 187, 187. It also equals 112, y'all. 112 equals triangle. Are you getting it now? The Aleister Crowley little hand triangle? What did Jay-Z and them be throwing up? Huh? Purge also equals 112, y'all. West tip. Demise star equals 112. Controlled equal 112. I've got a feeling that this is a spot where they do a lot of dirt at. And I wouldn't be surprised if something ain't happened to somebody else in that spot, to be honest with y'all. And they bold, y'all. They very bold because the word on the street is the feds own that island. The majority of ownership of that island is owned by the feds. Only a little snippet piece, a portion of that island is privately owned. So maybe that's why they were in the middle of the island at first, early in the day, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? And all around people because, they out there having a little fun. But when it was time for the nitty gritty, they had to pretend like they had to leave out of there for a reason. So you had to take your hostile friend that was getting into it. Had made a scene and everything so he could leave. And y'all could leave. Stopped. You had boat problems. Tow that boat off. And then what happens, y'all? They came back. Was he still messed up and zooted up? Did he go do some more street pharmacy stuff or whatever it is he was doing drinking? Did he stop? I mean, it's the 4th of July. I don't see them stopping getting wasted. So when he came back, was it even 10 times worse than when he got kicked off the island? I'm just asking y'all. Reunion also keep coming up. Now, this came up another time when I was doing Nolan's number. And when this came up, I didn't say nothing about it, but it keep popping up. And the reason why I think it keep popping up was because one of those friends that he was probably hanging with that night was somebody that he hadn't seen in a while. And this could be why the reunion situation is popping up. So I'm wondering which one of his friends was popping in for the moment. Okay, y'all? And was that really even his friend too? That's what I'm wondering. Cobras also equals west tip, y'all. 112. Snakes. Okay, y'all? They were all around Nolan. They were. If you put in northwest tip of that island equals 187, y'all. It also equals 911. Okay? 911. How many days are left in the year on 911? 111. Sacred to the fights all day long, y'all. This crazy. When you put in northwest tip, there go John popping up. There go old John. John is the one that made the announcement, ain't he? And said that the feds was getting involved. They didn't have no choice because this happened on their property. Ring a bell? This makes you think about that baby that got wrapped up in that mat. Y'all remember? And the footage and all of that was edited and stuff was taken out and all of that stuff. What really happened to him in that gym? And you remember the guys that supposedly had done it to him? Their fathers were federal agents or something like that. Now, we're at almost the same situation. And it makes you wonder, do that Mr. John know these people on that island that owns that island? Because he was quick to say that, the feds is coming into this case. They have no choice, y'all. When something happened on your property and that's why I say they were pretty bold to do whatever it is that they did to him on that island. And it was the property of the feds. And a lot of people is coming out right now saying that this ocean island, whatever this is, y'all, the people around that area, they're saying that they do not like blacks. They don't. And they said they don't care what nobody say. They live there. They know people, there's a lot of animosity going on around there. They don't like people because of the color of their skin. And everybody that got a color to their skin is jumping on social media right now, from the coach to everybody else. No, I don't think it was no kind of racial tension. I don't think it was this. I don't think it was that. I don't think it was this. All of them is jumping up, trying to defend that, saying, no, it wasn't that. If it's true what these girls are saying about his face being burned, y'all, this is some sick shit, okay? 187 also means password. And people were talking about you needed face recognition to get into his phone. Getting into his phone. Did they feel like after they used the face recognition and erased his phone stuff after whatever happened? I'm just asking y'all. I'm just painting a picture. Did they? Ask yourself this question, yo. Is this when his face was burned so nobody else could get into the phone? Since you had to use face recognition to get in it. Is this why they allegedly set his face on fire? Were they out thinking their own self, y'all? It's the west end over there where it represents the northwest tip, 187. Is this where it went down at, y'all? And ask yourself this question. Did a bunch of people leave by the time they came back? Did a bunch of people leave? Because it looks as if the female, her rat left her too. Her rat left her too, according to, I'm just saying, reports. Because she said her brother, her family members came and picked her up. And she was safe. Why would she say she was safe unless she witnessed something went down really, really bad on that island, y'all? But she's friends with them, so she ain't about to tell. They throw it at her, she throw it at them. Everybody finna play dumb. Everybody, this is what it looks like it's going to be happening right here. Omen equals 187. Wealth equals 187. Got money pouring in all over the place. All over the place. Every which angle direction. Money, 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 money. All over the place coming in. Celebrities. Also a lot of celebrities that's Freemasons. They call the guys fraternity. Somebody told me in the comment section. The women, they call it sororities. And somebody was like, oh, why are you saying that the school sororities? Da, 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 da. I said that's where it starts at. So don't try to put words in my mouth. I said that is where it starts at. With the rituals and all of that stuff. Testing you to see if you are going to be loyal to them. That's all that is. Parasites. To me, Tristan seemed like he was trouble. He was loud. He got kicked off the island. He came back to the island after you got kicked off. What you doing back there? Huh? If you got in trouble, what you even doing there? Why did you go back? Same thing with Carmelo. He got in trouble. The twins got in trouble bullying somebody else. They weren't even supposed to be there. But they were allowed to come back that day. Make you wonder what's really going on here, don't it, y'all? What's really going on? Y'all got to start paying attention to your friends, y'all. Being careful at who you're picking as friends. Order equals 187. Was somebody in high place and wanted Nolan up out of here? Did they? Why in the world right now ain't being Crump saying what is the condition of this body? They know that this is the tension that's rising right now. They done got the body back. They done did the autopsy part. They're just waiting on the toxicology report. You can't drop a little something and say, yes, his face was messed up. I even heard rumors, y'all. Okay, news is popping up and bones is popping up. Ain't she all over the news? Then they just found his alleged bones because he was unrecognizable because they said they had to use his teeth. Yeah. Yeah. Ancient accepted Scottish rite of Freemasonry equals 187. Was this the start of the alibi, y'all? The video is circulating on TT from Horn Island on 4th of July, where you can hear arguing from group on the beach. I would feel so uncomfortable out here with all of these just white faces, especially on the 4th of July. I said this from the start. I said, the daddy never thought that this was a bad idea to go to Horn Island. Horn, y'all. With a bunch of white people. And the daddy claimed him and the mama had those talks with the kids. It looked like they don't never talk to their kids. Especially the mama. She don't look like she ever have no kind of interaction with her kids whatsoever. She don't know they friends. She ain't there with them when they going through something. She ain't there for nothing. Was this? Ask yourself this question. I don't know what to say outside of this. Don't make no sense. None of this makes any sense. But a lot of stuff is, when somebody want to line somebody up, look what they did with Mo 3. They plotted and planned for that. How do we know this wasn't the case with this situation? Get a girl there that he likes. But did he tell one of them that he liked the girl? Did they make sure they had her there for to keep his attention while they move around and get their alibi in order? That's what it looked like to me. I'm just saying, y'all. Now they coming out one by one by one, making everybody look like, oh, wait a minute, who, when, where, like you in the middle of the twilight zone to the 25th power, y'all. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Tristan Shepherd. That's the video I'm referring to, and that's me yelling. Now, somebody came out and said that it wasn't nobody that they got into it with. It was the people that came together that was arguing. Was this the front? Was this part of getting your alibi together? Make like y'all arguing. Y'all arguing. The same people that's arguing end up leaving together. Make it make sense, y'all. Word on street, Tristan came down a different boat. Did he leave with them? Did he leave with the boat he came with, or did he leave with these 3 white guys that was getting all of their alibis together? Then we're hearing that there was an adult that was driving the boat. Was the adult the one that was driving the boat when they came back or when they left? Because they claim an adult was on there too. I don't see an adult hanging out with all these little kids. For what? For what? Where's the adult? Where's their testimony? Why ain't the adult that was with them saying anything? Did you come back with them on another boat? Did they ride back with somebody else on their boat? Who boat did they come back on? And what happened when they came back? Because that's when it seemed like shit could hit the fan. When all of these drunk individuals And according to the reports, had individuals came back for round 2. When everybody was leaving, the parents and all of that much older people, probably with their kids, they were leaving. Is that when the action took place later on that night? And what happened? Did they do something to him and had his body on the island somewhere? And come back? Did they take the body with them somewhere and bring the body back? Don't make no sense. That's the part I do not understand. Because it doesn't make sense for you to go to that tip over there. Make a phone call. From that same spot where they found his body at. That part makes no sense. Is that area a blind side where people can't see what you're doing over there, and this is why they went and dumped the body back in that spot? Did you forget earlier you made the call from that spot? And came back and brought him back there and dumped in there? Because people said they looked in that area earlier in the day. They had helicopters and stuff around and all of that. They ain't see nothing. But all of a sudden, mysteriously, 2 days later, here's his body. Did they take him somewhere else, y'all, and do some things to him? And did they bring him back? They know when they calling off the searches. All of these people, family members. The helicopters, all of that stuff. You think people don't know? Police officers, all these people, they tired, the judges. They know when they're calling off the search, everything. And if you are the parents of kids that then probably committed a crime, and you know when the search is getting called off and everybody going home and going to come back the next day and this and that and that and this, you know when to go back over there and drop somebody off, though, don't you? It's more people involved with this than just these kids, y'all. To me, some adults is involved with this mess. There's some plotting and planning, my personal opinion, going on right here. And y'all, like I said, everybody is acting weird, y'all. Tristan, he put this up. This is what he said. We all cared and loved Nolan, and nobody wanted to see Nolan pass away. Nobody wanted to see his life be taken so short. But I don't know. He sounded as if he was trying too hard for me, just like the mama be trying to cry. Trying too hard for me. This is one of the interviews where they asked her, you know, about the friends. They say he is the best friend. She said, I don't know him. She said, I don't know him. And there's no reaction whatsoever from the daddy. He's next, y'all. I'm about to do numbers on him next. I can't just leave him out, too, because he's a strange one, too. He acting like he up there trying to just show off his muscles in the camera now. You ain't got nothing to say while they're conversating, saying you don't know none of these kids. You would have thought that the daddy would have been like, nope, we don't know none of these kids. And be backing the mama when she's saying something like, I've never seen them in my life. Nope, me neither. What father don't know their kids' friends? Usually if the mama don't know the daddy, know who you hanging out with. At least some of them. They claim they don't know the kids that he spent the night with. They don't know the kid that's saying he's the best friend. They don't know nobody that your kids was hanging with. But you know social media, I'll tell you that much. The Boo Bears. You know the Boo Bears. But people are sitting up here trying to act like she's the best parent in the world. You ain't seeing to the kids you got left now. You're on social media 24/7. She do a couple of lives a day. She's just staying in the spotlight right now. And people still making excuses for her. Y'all. It just makes me wonder, is it because she light skinned? For real, for real. Because if she was dark skinned or if she was just juicy black, y'all, I bet you people would be like, girl, go and see to your kids instead of staying on social media. But since she's on on her way to be a doctor and all of this stuff. She plugged and plugged and plugged and plugged. Everybody is, oh, she needs to do this so that she can get through this. Really, y'all? Really? So you just let your other kids fend for themselves. When you sit up there and say in your profession, you help people get through grief. How are we to believe that? Well, you ain't helping your kids right now. The daddy act like the cat got his tongue. He don't say anything. Even if he is the stepfather, which I don't know if he's the stepfather or not. But even if he is, y'all, you still gonna know your kids' friends. At least some of them. Y'all, it don't look like they were paying Nolan no attention. I'm not lying. It don't look like it at all. This guy act like he getting ready to be put on a movie. He gonna be on the Chain Gang movie with the people in prison or something. Cause they put Martin, what's his name, Trayvon Martin, in the other movie, it was the whites only stuff. So I guess they gonna put him in the prison system in the movie because he got muscles. I don't know, y'all. He act like he getting ready for his debut too. You cannot make this up, y'all. You can't. I don't get it, y'all. He ain't opened his mouth and said nothing. Why they talking about, do you know the kids, do you know any of these kids? Do you know this boy that just came forward? I don't know him. They are pulling on the strings of people and trying to make people feel like they're being railroaded and a this and a that and a that and a this. But at the same time, there's so much weirdness going on. With the both of them, I got to do the daddy next. I'm sorry, y'all. Daddy about to get his Gematria done. Because why ain't you saying anything? Is it because you never say anything? Huh? Come to a game or two, but don't have no type of relationship with your child whatsoever. But want to act like they the family of the decade. You ain't even know they friends. And it's going to be real embarrassing for them to all in friends that she say she don't know, for them to be pulling out all these pictures where her son probably spending the night at their house and all of this stuff, hanging out, doing whatever. And she didn't have a clue. She didn't have a clue what they were doing. Y'all. This is her today on social media. Showing off her nails done. And guess what color is her nails? One hand, black and white. Polka dots, y'all. Okay? The other hand, red and black. Red and white. Them colors, right, y'all? Red and white and black and white. That's them colors we was talking about. Want to make sure you saw it. Oh, look at there, look at there. Red and white. Why is it that all of these parents is wearing these colors that is losing their loved ones? Red and white? Are you serious? Now you didn't want to get your nails done. Oh, do this hand red and white and do this black and white. Yeah, let me represent for the brother and sisterhood. Y'all, I don't know. Pictures they posting up, you see the same thing. Polka dots and her stuff. Red and black, got her tongue hanging out. And it looks like an all-seeing eye or something on her hand. I can't tell what that is in the back. If I make it smaller or bigger, it could be a little face on there, but it could also be an eye. I don't know. But you got something on the back. You got a tongue out. That's a part of their stuff that they like to do as well. This one over here got black and red on. Black and red, black and white. And look at the X over here on his t-shirt. Run bold. Look at that, y'all. Guess what run bold equal? 3-6. 3-6 came up twice when I put run bold in there. I said, boy. X right here on this picture. Then he got an X on the other picture with the chain. He got his cross on here. Y'all, you can't make this up. Let me make sure y'all can see this. You can't make this up. Look at that X. Y'all, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, y'all. I'm trying to get this back in the middle. Lord have mercy, y'all. What is really going on here, y'all? The mama don't know none of their friends. I guess they gonna make an excuse for that too. Remember Omen was popping up? The Omen? Then you see Omen popped up in the numbers when I was doing it? That cross ain't coming up there for nothing. 2 crosses is in the pictures with the people that doing the most talking, y'all. That needs to be being questioned the most. Okay, y'all? 666. 3 6s. He passed away 36 days before his birthday. Y'all, you can't make this up. I don't care what nobody say. This argument that took place in this island belonging to the feds and all of this other stuff, this is eerie, y'all. This is eerie. Ain't no kids gonna come out there on police property, feds at that, and commit a crime unless they thought that they were gonna get away with this, y'all. I'm starting to wonder who all ain't tied to this situation. For real, for real. This is crazy. This is crazy on so many levels. Let me fix my picture back right, y'all. This is crazy on so many levels, y'all. Something ain't right about all of this. Not at all. Kicked off the island. Comes back. Then he said he's receiving threats. I said, it sounds familiar. They love to flip the script and say they receiving threats when it really is the other way around. But, you know, this, y'all. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. She don't know none of these people. And then another thing the mother said, everybody start taking down their social media. That's the first thing you ran to. Because you was already on there, probably. You probably was already online when they started taking it down. That's probably, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But both of these parents seems like they are so far distanced from their children that it doesn't make any sense. I know they're showing pictures, and yeah, families get together and take pictures sometime, or this and that. But are you really in those children's lives? It doesn't seem like that to me. And I don't care who gets mad about it. If you don't like it, go to another page. I don't want to hear you in my comment section talking crazy because I really don't care. I really don't. You go to pages where you fit in at. That's where you go. You go to those other pages that's covering up for the mama and her, relationship with her child. She's loving all this attention. And this is what people are saying that's close to her. People that don't even know her and saying she's acting weird as all outdoors. This is what they saying. These boys, they should have been arrested, y'all. They should have been arrested. And now they're saying that this case is going to go straight to y'all, the grand jury. This is what I'm hearing right now. It's going straight to the grand jury. And I want y'all to listen to something real quick. Because this female, she be coming with it, y'all. She be coming with it. I want y'all to listen to what she has to say as to why that it's going straight to, y'all, the grand jury. They still playing games, playing in everybody's face.
In the Nolan Well update, the district attorney, Goldilocks, has came to the front and said, we are going to take it straight to the grand jury. Win the investigation. Never pay attention to what they say. Pay attention to what they fucking don't say, because that's not the complete method. But what they're trying to do is stream this to grand jury, which is proper, but no, we want them fucking arrested. We want a fucking mugshot. We don't want you taking it straight to the grand jury so that you can streamline a fucking no bill. No, we want a official fucking arrest of these thugs that did something to Nolan and had the lawyer up instead of assisting his parents. So no, you're not going to skip a fucking step. You're going to make these thugs get arrested with a fucking warrant. They're going to take a fucking mugshot.
Excuse me for the cussing, y'all.
They're going to have to go in front of a magistrate
she's
to
good.
post bond. Then you send that shit to the grand jury. We're not new to this. You're not gonna try to play in our fucking face, lady. We know what the fucking procedure is. And that's the procedure of when you're trying to fuck up a case of an innocent black boy to fit your fucking power in that community. No, you're not gonna do that on our watch. So don't be coming out here Goldilocks saying that y'all gonna take it straight to the fucking grand jury. Cool. But take it to the fucking grand jury after the police have issued official fucking warrants. They have been put into handcuffs. They have been taken down to the station. They have been fingerprinted, strip searched, have to spend the night in a cell, having to go before a magistrate judge where a bond can be set, and their parents having to foot the fucking bill because these thugs in charge can't fucking afford it. That's the process you better do. Don't come to us talking about some fucking streamlines and no bill and shit. Girl, we not dumb. We're not you. And you're not gonna play in our face about Nolan. In the Nolan Wells update.
Okay, y'all. Please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. Let me know what you all think about my conclusion. Was that their alibi? Please, y'all, light that comment section up. Please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace.